Hi guys, welcome back to Proud to be a Goalie post. Hi Ak and
What's
Paul.
up? Yo,
And this,
yo.
guys,
Yo. So I guess this is the last podcast for this season, as the floorball season has already ended in the most leagues, and that's why we're gonna discuss three nice saves from the final games. And we're gonna start with SSL women game. Sorry, Pontus, that your team lost. But I
Yeah.
really want to show you and discuss a really nice save uh, by a goalie in your opponent team. So, do you see that? Do you see the screen? Yep.
Yeah.
yes,
So watch this.
Yeah.
I have one good comment about that. What do you think, guys, about this before I say this?
Well, this was important. This was a big moment. This also, when you make this save, the moment where you make it kind of affects how good of a save this is, and this was a very crucial moment that you made this save. So that enhanced this save even further. But we talked about a similar save, I believe, in the last episode or the one before, where the goalie had to turn around behind and
Yeah,
hit
it's
the ball out.
correct.
Yeah. No, impressive.
Can you learn that, or is it just a lucky case? What do you think, guys?
no, I think it all comes again, like in last episode about the hand-eye coordination, that you always follow the ball. You don't let it get out of your sight, and because of that, the goalie is able to make that big save. I actually didn't see where it started. Was it like did it hit some player and move direction or something? Because that was a crazy how she went backwards and was able to make the save there. But the thing that I like the most, did you see the departure from the post?
Yes.
Like a knee step to the middle and
Mm.
make herself big as possible to challenge the shooter, which was in sector one. So that was, in my opinion, that basic move from the post to the center was the big key in this save. She made
Yeah.
herself big,
The big
and I,
knee step, knee or
yeah,
knee step or whatever is one of my favorite moves as well. But one thing that because you can learn the hand-eye coordination looking at the ball and doing this. But there's
mm,
something that I remember thinking of when I did my first year in the SSL. Some goalies just have a refusal to let the ball go in. You know what I mean?
No. Explain.
So you can play the situation very well technically, but then when something unexpected happens, some goalies will stand on their head and do a, breakdance head spin and kick the ball out from the top of the corner like Dominik Hasek kind of thing.
All right.
And that kind of intuition where they don't know how to play the situation, but they refuse to let the ball go go in, so they do, you know, untechnical random moves and it works. I don't think you can teach that part.
Yeah.
The refusal to let the ball pass.
Kind of instinct. But you
that
guys,
makes sense.
you
Of sense.
again, you are very smart. You made the main point, and that's actually what's going to be about today's postcast. That actually basic things helps you to make big saves. And like Ake told, that this simple move and the right move was the key for that. And I just want to add that also in that case when the shot came, the goalie was already like almost 1 meter out from the goal. Just imagine if she was standing on the line, she wouldn't have a space to make that crazy spin save.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
in case when she was as she was out, she's had some space to move around and find the ball, which is which is trying to get in the goal. So I just wanted to point out that moment that she was also out from the goal and she got some cover or the space behind her to in case something happens to get this ball. But because usually I remember in my life in my career I got some goals when just because I was a bit like, oh no, I will not go out, and then the ball touch you and you don't have the space or time.
Yeah, yeah,
And in this case she did it perfect. So yeah, it's amazing. And like you said, the basic movement, Grazie. Like super nice.
Grazie.
I already
We
want to
win.
talk in Italian. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let's move forward because it's only going to be more exciting. So next episode we are going to have from the Switzerland, and what I want to show is a really nice save by. Let me put it big here. Here. And again, we were talking about the movement, right? So here comes the pass and the save.
I'm not a big fan of choosing the pull movement as a final movement to make a save, because he had his hands down. He could have just pushed with his hands the full body in there. But as long as you make the save, it's okay. I don't mind. If you make the save, and again, great hands, hand-eye coordination, fantastic. It's just that the start movement, for me, my personal choice would have been push with a hand, get the body full in front of the ball, and then make the save. It would have looked nice as well. It would have been a big save anyway, but whatever. If you catch the ball like that, go ahead. I don't mind.
Yeah, and then I want to counter with when you, because this is sometimes tricky, I believe, in floorball, because when you talk about ice hockey, they always talk about leading the movement with your head. So you look first and then you move. But sometimes the pass or the shot in floorball is so quick that there's no time to look and then move. You have to move and then start to look. And
Yep.
that combination, I believe, is really difficult. But he managed in this situation to actually start the move, find the ball, and then make a coordinated save. He kind of hits the ball back out into the middle of the field. If he had a tiny bit more of time, I don't know where he would find that time. Maybe in your movement, Ake,
I think
to
so.
look and then do this, push the ball down to the corner. That would have been.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Rather than saying this is what he should have done, I think it's a good discussion for like goalies to take to themselves. Do I have time to turn my head and then move, or should I move and then turn my head, depending on how fast the situation is?
I vote for a second option because I always think that it's in floorball, especially when you play in a box play or in a big offense, when the offense is like there's a pressure. You always should move together with the ball. The hand and the body always, the head and the body always should do the same when it's really the pressure coming on. But otherwise, if you know that you can have a time, then of course you can just look around what's happening.
Yeah, because then you have extra time. Like if you turn your head and don't move, you see the ball, so you have better coordination, but you're late. And if you don't look first, you're early, but you haven't seen the ball, so your coordination is worse off. So I think it's a difficult trade.
I wanna go to the crazy mode now to micro-analyze these techniques. Options there. If his hand was like I think it was very close to the floor, it might have been even on the floor, but the direction where the fingers would be pointing, the opposite direction is where you normally push. So there might have been a quick option also to push inwards the goal where you make yourself bigger. But in this case, I think the best move was to move with the ball, because the guy started moving, I think, at the same time when the ball was passed. So he knew the direction where the ball is going to be passed. He might have been already scanning where the player is. That's also an option there. So I think now the combination, what we've been discussing, is in this case the right choice, actually, or like the following the players, scanning the players, following the ball, how to look where the ball is going, when to move. I think our opinions as a combination is the perfect option in this case.
But if the shot was more towards the far post, because the shot was kind of going to where the goalie came from.
Almost kind of mean.
Then the only thing that would have worked here would be to jump.
Yeah, but I was actually thinking about this jump. if he would jump or dive, I think it's going to be a goal. Because
Yes, from where the shot is in this actual clip, yes. But if the shooter had managed to put it further to the post, then trying to make a move would have been a mistake, because
yeah,
that would have been too
he
slow.
was pretty much out from the goal in that case, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I wanted to show is actually is that the basic move it was kind of basic move, not
Yeah,
like
for sure.
like this panic save or how we used to call it. It worked, and what I want to just to keep in mind for young goalkeepers, sometimes those easy moves make big saves. Like in the first video, now in the second, and also the third one is going to be the pretty similar, like a
Okay.
actually. But yeah, I really believe that we could discuss this for many hours, like which is the right choice of
I agree.
kind of because but it can also differ like from the shot, and sometimes it's just like I don't know, sense of the feeling what you should do, and you just can't explain why you did it, but it was just a sense of feeling and you did it and it worked. So maybe, but yeah.
And of course, what affects these are what have you been practicing?
Yeah.
What comes from the backbone? If jumping is in your backbone, then jump will come.
Yes.
If it's not, if the basic movement and smart play is trained, then you will do those selections. So it's always what you practice.
Fight as you train, train as you fight. Navy SEALs, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. And you have to do the repeat all the time for those exercises until this movement is kind of natural coming out from the you. Then it's
Exactly.
gonna be wow. It's just like it's natural move, and it looks pretty good. All right, let's move on to the third episode. Boom. It's going to be.
Oh, I know which one this is. I think I
Really,
know.
it's actually really easy one, but I just wanna. I think it's a perfect movement, perfect position.
Oh, right. Okay, it's not the one I thought it was.
Yeah. It's actually super easy, and most of the people would think, "What's so special about this?" But let's be honest, a lot of goalkeepers would jump or dive in this moment.
Yes, or slide. With the legs first.
That would be a goal, most likely. And here it's like an easy move, like correct choice, looks easy. Actually, it's a good save. Okay.
Yeah, and he maintains balance after the save as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Does he do a pull technique there?
Yes,
Or
a
does
very
he-
short one.
Yeah, it's just like a mini pull.
Yeah, it's where
Yeah.
you only plant the very top of your foot.
Yeah. That's funny. I think in many ways he also could have done it without the little pull with a strong hand push if he has the power in the upper section. But I think the pull technique is one of the basic techniques that he's been training with. So it comes out of the backbone again. But I
Yes.
love that. Directly goal line, be in front of the ball, switch there, and pretty much perfect, I think.
Pretty much, yeah. And then also a discussion worth having, Ake, is that I don't know exactly how big he is, but he's not that big, which means he's not that heavy, which means it's easier for him to make these tiny and quick pull moves. Whereas for me, I know I can do a pull move that's quick like that if I'm prepared for it.
Yeah, exactly.
If something surprises me, I'm not pulling that quick move out. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can. If you're prepared for it.
I know.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Ake.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think he has maybe he does, I don't know, because I haven't worked with him. But that's why the hand push probably isn't so much in his backbone, because he can do like quick moves like that one. Even if he's not prepared for it.
Pascal Meyer style, who also moves like that very fast. And but my main point is that it looks so easy, but actually it's just it's also practicing and the right choice and the basic movement, which is trained to do that fast, makes it looks easy. But most
it should definitely be a highlight.
Yeah, but let's be honest, most of the failures probably would fail in this, and you would never take this ball if you would jump, because the shot was so fast. and you would not land that fast. I mean, you're still going to be in the air when the ball would come in the net. That's my kind of forecast for this. If you
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And it's funny, I just was watching these NHL goalies interviews, and they said that they would always choose the boring save where they get their body in front of the ball, or in front of the puck in that case, but in our case, in the ball. And then they know that they are on top of the game.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing, and they are really good when they make the boring saves instead of making the highlight reel save. Because then they knew that they were panicking.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty interesting to hear by an NHL goalie.
Yeah.
And this should be also. This should be. Well, this should be the highlight reel. That's the point. Like this should be what's
exactly.
in the highlight reel.
Mm-hmm.
So all the young goalies over there watching these, there's better be a lot of you guys. So
Yeah.
keep training, and you don't need to make the flashy saves always. Be boring. It's good for you. Trust me. You'll be on top of your game, even when you do a little bit boring saves. Make it look easy. Then you're really, really good.
What a quote! I just wrote it down.
Yeah.
Okay,
good.
This was perfect. All right, and one extra, guys, and one extra today. The same goalie, the champion of SSL.
Yeah, this one. This is the one that I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, explain this. What happened here?
What?
Oh,
yes, that's my trick. He pulled the net. Oh, I love that.
Is that what he did?
Do not do that. Do not do that.
So,
Man, this is very difficult for the referee to say that this was in.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Impossible. And every move that the goalie makes after that, awesome. Immediately get up and throw the ball.
I would love to see this episode with a camera from the back.
Yes, me too.
That's awesome.
But what do you think, guys?
It was pretty fast on the post, actually. Really fast. But he did pull the net. He did move the goal.
That's okay.
I agree. I happen to agree on that.
Rules, you can't pull the goal. I'm sorry, it's not written.
You sure?
Well, is it written that it's prohibited? I don't think so. You can't.
That's a good question.
Funny fact. If the ball hit the side of the goal, then the goalie moved it. But if it passed the goal line, where the post mark is on the field, then it's a goal.
Yeah, it's still a goal, yeah.
Who the hell can see that? That's impossible to see.
Yeah.
That's so fast. And the goalie did perfect. Immediately grab the ball, throw it away. Play aggressively. Nobody can discuss what happened. Nobody has time to.
If I remember correctly, these were the last seconds of the game, right? Pontus? End of the game, right? For this.
Somewhere near the end of the game. I'm not sure how far to the end of the game.
Yeah, I think it was really close to the end of the game, and therefore it was pretty crucial, you know.
And I agree with Aki. The most important thing is, well, not the most important thing is that the ball doesn't get past you. But after that, just try to make the play. Like in his mind, the ball was never in. That's what he's doing. It's the same as when a player gets a free hit, like near the boards. If I'm battling someone and it touches my stick and goes over the board, I can still act as if this is my free hit. Exactly. And sometimes that will get you the free hit from the ref. So I will pick the ball up and put it down as if I'm ready to hit it. And that's kind of the same that he's doing. You know, when every player in the world, when there's a free hit, they do this. They point the other way. Mm-hmm. That's basically what he's doing.
Yeah.
But good job to get over there in general. Again, some goalies would have went there with just the legs or.
Yeah, like I promised you, actually all the episodes was kind of really the same with the basic movement, just to emphasize that how important it is. That was actually my lesson to the goalkeepers today.
Hey,
good job, Andy.
Yeah, and I think it's good to watch those three new champions from this year. That those three brilliant saves. So yeah, and just to keep in mind that we have to practice, practice, and practice. Like Arturs Irbe, legendary Latvian NHL ice hockey goalie, said, it's all about the repetition. So this was kind of something similar to that.
After all these years, Arturs is still my favorite.
Yeah, for me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe that the young generation still doesn't know who he is. So but
yeah, true.
I mean, I've never seen him play, but I've heard so much about him from you guys and from other people. He has to have been a legend, just the amount that he's talked about. And he has a very great name to say if you can roll your R's, Arturs. It's a very cool name to say.
And he's great as a person as well. He's really a goalkeeper as a person, because I met him when we made the first Bindsa goalie camp, and I talked with him more, and the way he talked in the beginning, it was so weird. Oh my God, it was so goalie. It was so goalie. But that's why he was the goalie. Like
that's a good hashtag. It was so goalie.
Yeah, exactly. So goalie. And actually, just I want to finish with this. The way how he practiced his reaction and kind of focus when he went to the practice through all Riga with public transport. He has a practice that he was looking for the signs on the cars, and he tried to count how many car numbers are with the two numbers and how are with the one, and try to remember that and focus on that. Oh. He explained that at the camp. That was the way how he, when he went to the practice, how he was preparing for that and kind of making extra exercise for himself. Can you imagine that?
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing. And
it was so goalie.
Absolutely goalie. Yeah, if we can say so. All right. Thank you, guys. We take some break for during the summer, and I hope we will return back in autumn in reality, in the real game. Yeah. And I hope we will be able to make the winter camp at least this year. I really hope for that. So stay safe.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
And
fingers crossed.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
See ya.